Hey there, I'm Chuck, this is the Defenders of Kobold, and welcome back to the fucking show. This is now the box where we're doing the fucking recap before we kick into the full episode. So, last time on Death's Reformation, these assholes that I call players, escaping from the mayhem they caused at the Harvest Festival, ended up in a little town called Gromit. In Gromit, they made a friend named Wallace, who was actually the dude that Alex's character, because I forgot the name. What's your character's name? Anthony. Yeah, they can still hear you guys.
Yeah.
They can't see you, but they can still hear you.
Yeah.
Anthony, the guy, he was the guy that Anthony tackled. He recognized you guys. Hey, my aunt's a healer. You guys started getting healed up. And then the Inquisition showed back up. And you guys fled town to, not get inquisitioned.
Yes.
And murdered. And as you all were fleeing town, a storm rolled through. Beasts in the storm. And you guys found a tavern that Wallace knew of called the Hooded Man Inn. Off the side of the road. Had a giant wall around it. And the party busted through the wall and barricaded the door, and that's where we left off. So, Dan, why don't you bring us back?
All right. And here we are.
Friday the 13th.
Everybody's back with the same thing again.
Happy day of the 13th.
Yeah, except when you're watching this on YouTube, it won't be.
Then you can get... Well, thanks for watching. I won't argue against that.
Unless you wait. But since you're on YouTube, there's a great clip of Crispin Glover from Friday the 13th Part 4 where he dances.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is it's the most George McFly thing of all time.
That is.
So,
all right. You all barricade the door. And as you turn around, you face in. You see in this little courtyard surrounded by like this 12-foot wall, the inn itself, like a 3-story building, looks like a large house. A little coach house off to the side where they would store like wagons and whatnot. And then actually a stable, a barn.
Alright, I'm gonna take the horse that I cut and bring it over to the stable, make sure it's tied up there.
Okay. Alex, are you taking your horse there too?
Yeah.
As you all approach this stable, you can actually hear there's horses inside. Screaming and whining in terror.
Because
what are
of
they whining
storm
about?
or because of other things?
The taxes,
Hey.
probably.
Bad joke.
I know, I'm clearing. God damn it.
Maybe we should all go to the stable.
Yeah.
Let's
I
go
leave
see
my-
if they're stable.
I lead my horse there, but I put my knuckle duster
20 peril.
on.
Fuck.
IRL.
Oh yeah, I forgot to put down what I took 10 peril.
So, what's going on, guys?
Hopefully the horses are scared of the storm and not other freaky things in the barn.
We should check it out just to be safe.
Like I said, I put my knuckle duster on. Let's find out.
My crossbow's
Who's
still-
opening the stable door?
There's an open outer in.
It slides to the
My
side.
I'm sliding it.
My crossbow's a two-handed weapon, and I'm keeping it ready.
What are the rest of you doing? You got your crossbow aimed at the door. You got your
I'm
knuckle
gonna be
duster.
sure to be like on that outside edge.
Okay.
I'm not gonna like
What are you three
put
doing?
myself in the way.
I've got my whip ready.
I got my stiletto ready,
I've
my
got
high-heeled shoe
my dagger
Yeah.
ready.
in my hand, ready to stab somebody.
As
Did you
I'm
sharpen his
not.
heels?
I'm not sliding it all the way though. I want to slide it, not that like they could run out. I want it to be open enough that we can look in and see anything to make sure they're not trying to bolt their way out first.
as Brian grabs the door and starts sliding it open just enough that you guys could peer in, a horse immediately throws itself at the opening of the door. I need you to make me an athletics.
Fuck.
We're going to call this challenging.
Forcing the door open.
Oh gosh.
Oh, my first good roll on that tonight. I rolled a 15.
Nice.
And that's brawn, right?
Yeah.
Had to beat a 41 or
Okay.
challenging's down
10%. So you would have to beat a 31.
Okay, I got it.
This door throws itself at the gap, and you can see this horse head all of a sudden just appear in the opening, trying to force its way through. and you can feel other horses collide with the door behind it. It almost throws the door open and knocks you down, but you're able to keep your ground. The first horse does escape, but then you throw it shut real quick behind it so the others don't get out. You can see, or you can hear them like clawing at the door and whining and screaming.
Hoofing at the door.
Hoofing at the door.
What kind of fucking horses are
I mean, we did just see those fucked up humans.
They're
There.
flagging as a 13
Oh,
horses.
God.
They're Adventure Time deer.
Oh god.
Oh,
that
no.
reindeer.
All right.
Does anything seem like apparently wrong with this horse other than it's
Terrified.
Other than that, I mean, it's
Seems
not
okay.
Doesn't have any
injury either.
scrapes or anything.
Immediately not after what you see, you could try and... It's running around the yard frantically, and almost... it runs around for a bit, and then it actually goes to the door that you just barricaded, and it starts like hoofing at that and
I
trying
don't
to
have
escape.
any handling of the animals.
That's him.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna use my handling of the animals to get our horses out of the way of the barn.
Yeah, I think
Out
there's
of the way of the stable.
I think there's too many in there for you to handle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna try to make sure everyone's out of the way, and then say, "Let's try and open it up."
What?
Well, we gotta keep our
well-
horses somewhere.
Well, let's see if we can see what's wrong with
Is
this
there-
one first. No. I mean, let's see if we
Is
can
there
see
any
what's wrong
like
with the one that
overhang
came
or
out
anything on
first.
the inn that we could
Okay.
tie our horses to?
I mean, why are they trying to do that?
Only one of your horses has the necessary equipment to tie it.
Is there anywhere I could tie the one that I grabbed that has the necessary equipment?
Yeah, we'll say yeah.
Okay, I'll go over and do that.
Okay.
I don't want
You
to
don't
let all these horses out and have an inn pissed off.
Yeah.
How come is the horse I have?
Huh?
How come is the horse I have?
It's pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
I'll say no. You got to have it by a lead. So actually, you guys could both probably tie him up.
Okay.
I
was gonna say I'm just gonna let it go. It can't go anywhere.
No, it's trapped inside this courtyard.
Unless it goes and knocks some bars down off
What,
the door.
It might
what do you
bang
guys
its head
think it's
against
gonna
the
do?
wall a
Like,
couple
oh my
times.
god, pull a flare gun.
I think it's gonna go right over the door, and they're just gonna go pow and knock those bars down and open the door and be like, "Come on, boys!"
It took 3 humans a lot of effort to get that bar in
It's gonna
place.
take one.
To be
horse,
fair,
like,
one of
no
your
effort.
humans was lame, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's going on, guys?
I don't trust the horses.
Those horse claws are gonna get through that door.
Eventually, are you guys going to open this barn door again?
I feel like we need to shove up shut if we didn't already.
I just go by the door and yell,
No, he
or
got shut.
I wouldn't yell, but loudly enough. I was like, is anybody actually in there?
Horses whicker and neigh in fear. You don't hear anything
We're
else.
in here.
Let us out so we can eat your testicles.
Oh god,
Horses are fucked up.
the horse
guys.
lord demands it.
Blood sacrifice.
Oh, can you kill that guy that just came out of there?
Did you say you looked in a window, or
You like I'm a Baptist. No.
So what's going on, guys?
Blood for the blood god.
is there a place to like look into the barn?
No.
No. That's why he opened the door and immediately the horse tried to lunge at it. I bet you they're just freaking out because the storm is...
I would say it's because they've probably been stored in there for like 2 weeks.
Oh, it could be. They could be like...
There's
zombie
probably
horses.
a dead horse in there.
At least one.
It's been snacked on by the other
Yeah.
horses.
Yeah.
Probably a dead horse in
Oh,
there,
God, I
slowly
wanted to
coming
go-
back to life.
Fuck.
Wendigo horses.
Wendigo
Oh,
horses.
no.
All right. So what's going on, guys?
We have until dawn. Sorry.
I'm gonna like go toward the inn.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said there were lights on?
Yeah, there's lights on in
Did
there.
we see any like movement of that light, or like people are milling about, or?
Give me an awareness. Standard.
Do I get to do that since I'm walking toward it?
Yeah.
5. Hell yeah.
55.
Is that a critical failure?
Might be a critical failure.
Oh yeah, that would be if I failed.
I can see nothing.
I see nothing.
Okay.
You
You're
look
looking at this
That's
barn
perception,
door.
So yeah, it's a
You look up at the house and the rain just goes right in your eyes, and you're just like, ah, God.
You, however, do see every now and then you do see some movement inside. There's the curtains are drawn over the windows, but you can see like a shadow move between like the light source
There's
and the
always
courtyard.
something.
So it's one house.
Yeah, one large house.
All right, I'll start going.
Are they tentacle or
Are there any-
shaped?
Are there any windows in the stable?
Looking to the stable, no.
Okay.
Let's just visit the house first.
Hey there, Dave. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, nice seeing you again.
We'll catch you later. It's always a pleasure, man. Anyway, so what's going on? You guys are going to the inn?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna walk up. I'll listen before I go in.
All right.
Make sure I don't hear anyone.
Gives
getting
me an
murdered.
eavesdrop test. We're gonna call this challenging because of the storm.
It's an actual.
It's under perception, yep.
If you follow Demir1983 on Twitter, you can actually see updates of the drawings that he's working on for his book.
Nice. I'll have to double check. I may or may not have followed him. I just don't always look too hard on the Twitters.
Good. You can hear some hushed voices, people talking.
Are we at the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at the door.
He put his ear up to the door. He's dropping.
Listen.
Making sure there's no like screaming, dying,
Not that you
sounds.
I'm right up there with him, but I'm just being quiet and letting
I was
him
like,
perceive.
people time. And I chug some of a mixture of whatever alcohols I've gotten in the last 72 hours.
Okay.
And I knowingly just take that intoxication.
All right.
And I become a happy drunk.
Take your corruption.
Just one, right?
Yeah.
And I knock on the door. I'm like, hey guys, you should let us in, because we don't know what the fuck's out there. But we don't mess with it either.
Is the door locked? I
You
don't
can
know if
try
I
and
can
open
try
it?
Yeah, I would try it after I.
It's locked. And then you call out and say your little bit.
Mm.
And you're still kind of listening at the door, and you hear the voices go silent. And you probably like, hey, stop talking.
Yeah, I can say that.
Hey guys, we know you're in there. I don't want to break down the door. Let's just talk. Just send one of you guys to come talk to me.
And you see the little window on the door. It's like Granny's old place where there's the window and a curtain over it.
Mm-hmm.
And the curtain pulls back, and you can see a round-faced, very heavy-set man peer out at you and like look really discerning.
I'm gonna lay down.
And you hear, how'd you guys get in? I thought I locked the door.
Yeah, not very well, but we locked it better for you.
I'm good at unlocking doors.
Well, I'm sorry. We're out of rooms for the night. You're gonna have to go.
Okay, important note, though. There's monsters outside the gate trying to get in. A couple of horses are loose, also smacking the gate trying to get out. And I think that we should probably get the horses back in the barn so that doesn't happen.
Also, there's monsters outside. I really want to clarify that.
Yeah, that's...
Monster? What are monsters? What?
Why are you in here all tucked up like you don't know there's monsters?
Hang on. Then he closes the curtain.
He's one of them, isn't he? God damn it.
And you can hear steps as he wanders away, and you can hear some other voices going on. And then a few seconds later, you hear the locks of the door, and he opens it. And this really heavy-set, kind of short man... No, heavy-set, short man.
Danny DeVito comes to the door.
Danny DeVito, a fatter Danny DeVito comes to the door with a dirty apron around his waist. Like,
It's just a ball.
Just about.
You're Cartman DeVito.
Come in. I wasn't expecting guests. We may have one room upstairs that'll accommodate you, but you'll have to share it.
So he's a liar.
Ah. Again, though, I think we should calm the horses down and get them back in the barn.
Get our horses that are free. We don't care about them.
I don't know why you freed our horses, but I'll get Fagor on it.
What about those monsters, my man?
I know not of monsters in the night. Just come in where it's warm. Obviously, you're seeing things from the storm.
This motherfucker's R.L. Stein. Well, he's in on it.
And it's about this time, as you guys step into the room.
How much like Jack Black does this guy look?
A little bit. All right, guys, hang on. As you guys are talking to this guy in the room, you see two other people inside.
Do they look piggly wiggly
Stop. Two other people inside. You see a younger man, kind of with bulging eyes, mopping by the door to the kitchen. And then you see a man sitting at a table by the fireplace, wearing some some garb that you recognize as an inquisitor.
I mean, if there's only one, we can stab him.
Or we could just not see him at all, and he could just not see us. Also, probably Ixnay on the Monster May talk.
And it's at this time you see the Inquisitor stand up. And this is a little bit different than what your standard Inquisitor you're used to. He's got the robes, kind of got the armor bits. He's got 2 pistols, one strapped to each side of his waist.
Somebody's a bad.
Why don't you go ahead and tell them to come on in, Otto? If they're talking about monsters, this might be some of my business. Why don't you boys come have a seat here? And Otto, why don't you get these guys something warm? Shake the cold off their bones.
What do you mean by warm to shake the cold off their bones?
Is that hot chocolate?
Some soup.
Oh,
Or
okay.
maybe some ale if that.
And I
suits you.
levitate inside.
So, and he points you to one of the larger tables in the inn. Have a seat there.
I don't
Take a
sit
seat over
down.
there.
I'm by the door.
And he rests
I'm
his
sitting.
hands on the hilts of his pistols. Have a seat.
I think we're being
Over there.
told
Oh,
where
come-
to sit.
We know. Can I just give you guys the play-by-play? He's gonna do his stick. He's gonna get interrupted by a stick because we were telling the truth about what's out there. He's gonna join our side, and then later on, we're gonna go with him
Listen,
and
if
help him out.
I mean, that's gonna make
If-
the situation a lot more dangerous, but
No.
If-
We're gonna go with him at the end.
if he dies fighting the monsters, that's
Are you
not
guys
blood
having
on
this
our head.
conversation in front of him?
Oh yeah,
And all of you, sit.
I'm already there.
Now-
I'm already
I'm
sitting.
taking my wet cloak off, hanging it up,
Yep.
and going to go sit down.
I'm already sitting. Yeah.
And he pulls up a table, or a chair next to the table. And he grabs it and he kind of spins it around. And rather than sitting on it, he puts a foot up on it and kind of leans against his knee while he's got a hand on one of his pistols.
Giving us a little Captain Morgan.
A little bit of Captain Morgan. Y'all are talking some heretic type stuff, monsters in the night, scaring good folk. What's going on? I heard you let them horses out the barn too.
Just one. Just one.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
How many horses are in that barn?
There were, let's see. There was the 3 from the coach. There was mine. And I think there's another traveler. So what does that put us at?
17.
5?
5.
5 horses were in there.
Another traveler? All right. I wonder what they're doing right now. Probably letting the monsters in.
Sleep upstairs in their bed.
That's what you think when they wake up, like Dracula.
Oh god, hanging from the ceiling.
Like a fucking Dracula.
Nose for fuck us.
I've
So,
never seen that one.
You never see it till it's too late.
what exactly is it that you think you saw out there?
I think I saw some mud and rocks.
Mud and
Well,
rocks
right.
aren't monsters.
Yeah. Oh, and well, the monsters were these giant things with horns and tentacles, and
Stalks,
shapes,
ice stalks.
geometry, bad
Look.
stuff.
Low polygons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. And it's about this time Otto comes waddling out from the kitchen with a big tray. And he's got some bowls of soup on it. He's got some, steins of ale. And he puts out this tray in front of you guys like, oh, here you go. If you
Hell yeah.
kindly drink and eat. And then you also see in the center of the tray, there's these small little, almost like coffee mugs full of like a white creamy liquid. Oh, that's some warm milk to help relax you from whatever fright it is out there you caught. And he sets it down and he waddles back towards the kitchen. And you can see the young man, the boy with the bulging eyes, still kind of mopping in the same part of the floor where you guys first came in. And he's stealing looks at you guys pretty frequently.
Can I do a scrutinize on him, try and get his kind of demeanor towards us? Yeah, is
Yeah,
he
go for it.
scared or worried?
Sorry, audio listeners.
The normies over there. He's probably thinking,
I think.
I'm kind of just staring at the Inquisitor, making it obvious that I'm.
Do I get
annoyed.
any bonus to it?
I don't think he's a person that we want to piss off, just so y'all know.
I don't know. He's only got 2 guns. We got at least 2 between the 6 of us.
I think you're missing the point.
Can I make it
Look.
extended?
No,
Okay. I don't know how long that takes.
10 minutes.
You think he's
Oh,
like
okay,
that?
yeah, I'm not taking that one. Yeah, I don't pass.
Look, there are 6
Just
of us, and
barely.
he's only got 2 guns.
It's
all
gotta
right?
be. It's gotta be like equilibrium in here. The light's gonna go out, and he's gonna slide out.
He's going to
clips.
tell us it's
Why don't
high
you ask him
12
what
o'clock
lord he
as soon as we
serves?
make a move.
That's a good point.
All right, guys, let's rein it back in. Who's doing a check on this here? Young.
Oh, can I do an
bug-eyed
awareness
guy?
to see if this is actually milk? I'll like sniff at it and see if I can tell whether it's actually milk or not.
We'll get there, but
Okay.
yes, you can. Joe, did you roll?
Yeah, I didn't pass.
Alex, what are you looking up?
I'm just looking at general skills.
Okay. Were you gonna roll anything or? Okay. Anyone else? You're rolling on the milk.
I'm trying to scrutinize this dude,
Who? Which dude?
the Inquisitor.
Okay.
Try and
All
see
right,
if I
I
can
passed.
discern his intentions with us.
Okay. You passed. The milk, you pick it up, you kind of give it a sip. It's almost got a weird sour note to it that you can smell. And as you kind of go to set the milk back down, you can kind of like how when you like have a coffee and you put some cream in it and you just don't stir and you let it settle, the cream settles onto the bottom. But as soon as you start, you might see like that tendril of like white from the cream rise up. It's like that, but it's green.
I'm gonna set it back on the tray and tell everybody to not drink the milk.
Did I do an alchemy test on it?
Are you going to start doing alchemy on this milk?
Well, I think
There-
I could
there-
do like a smell or
There's
something.
an Inquisitor here. I don't know.
Check page 219 for
careful.
focus of alchemy skills.
Mhm.
That'll
But-
give you like ideas of what you can
Oh
do. with
man,
the
this is
alchemy
gonna
skill.
suck for you guys.
But I get what you're saying. Can you like see if it
I feel
smells
like I'd be
familiar? to
familiar
you?
with it, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll that.
So you say don't drink it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, oh man, you guys are already trying to poison us? Man, ain't that weird?
I can flip to succeed. 35.
And I got a 4 on my scrutinize.
On the guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to beat 57. I got 35.
Nice.
It's considered a critical success.
Okay. So we're going to go through this step by step. We're going to do the rolls first, and then we'll get to what you said to him.
Mm-hmm.
You smell it, and you see it. You recognize it as a drug called Kurtz, which, when consumed, is a very, very powerful sedative. And would probably, if you were to drink this full thing, you'd be like, I would be out for at least a day.
He really wants to calm us the fuck down.
You, Chris, what you were checking the guy out. What did you roll?
4.
Okay. You look over and you're checking out this Inquisitor here as he's standing with his hand on his pistol. And you can actually see kind of hidden behind his cloak, because he still has his cloak on even though he's inside. You can see some spots of blood kind of along like the side of his uniform. You can tell he's trying to kind of keep hidden just with his body language. And you say, you guys are trying to poison us already. Poison you? I don't know what you're talking about there, friend.
Have some of my cream, why don't you then, friend?
Otto, why'd you get out here? They think you're trying to poison them. And the Otto comes waddling through the door, and Fagor kind of like locks up as soon as it's said. And Otto, trying to poison him? What are you all talking? And it's right in that sentence in the middle of it that the Inquisitor pulls a pistol and shoots.
Who's he shooting?
Alex.
Oh, of course.
Oh, okay. Well,
And then get your initiative scores ready.
Yeah.
Oh,
shit,
Alex,
Mm-hmm.
he critical fails.
Oh, fuck.
oh no.
roll-
Pulls out his gun and explodes.
Alex,
That's really bad
you're gonna
with a gun.
You're gonna really enjoy this. He rolled a 99.
Oh no!
Jesus
The
Christ.
same critical fail you had earlier.
Nice.
So let's see.
0's a 10 on initiative, right?
You
Yeah.
gotta like roll a d6 now, I think.
Volatile. Critically fell an
It's
attack
milestones, It
action.
blows up.
I roll a d6.
It blows up. Yeah.
Okay, it only
If he rolls
misfires.
bad on that.
So the gun is unusable until he cleans it for an hour.
But he has 2 guns.
Yeah.
Now he has 1. This is a more fair fight.
1 for each of you.
Yeah, I was only scared of him when he had 2.
Brian, what was your
His
initiative?
capacity for equilibrium went down by 50%.
17.
Alex, what's your character's name again?
Anthony.
Anthony.
Me too.
What's your initiative?
Don't worry about it.
Anthony, what's your initiative?
Oh, 8.
Emil.
Would you roll
22.
a 1?
I just don't get it really high initiative.
Chris, what's your character's name again?
It is
I'm amazed at how high your initiative is, Joe.
Francis Bark.
I don't know how you're getting that high.
What's your
I forgot
initiative?
my character's name.
Nice.
I got a
What's your
17?
initiative?
plus
17?
9.
Yeah.
My perception
Tyler,
bonus
what's your
is
character's
really
name? It's
high.
Zach, right?
Yeah,
I get
we
a
can go
plus
with that.
8, so-
21.
Nice. And
I get to roll
Felix.
3d10.
18.
Yeah,
I'm still only slightly higher.
You just rolled 18.
I pumped perception. I get a plus 11 of initiative.
It's wild.
Does Flix? Oh, Felix.
And my perception is 53.
Yeah, mine's only 34.
Oh.
But I got a point in it, so
My perception is 40, but my perception modifier is 8.
nice.
Because I
Damn.
took 2 ranks in it
Yeah.
for whatever.
My modifier is 6. I only have 1 bad stat, and that's agility, which is 33 and 2.
I'm bad at seeing and thinking.
I'm bad at punching.
The
Which
rest
is
of mine
ironic for
are
being a
all
watchman.
above 40.
I'm really bad at punching. And I'm not the smartest person. But even those, they're both 39s.
Juan's got it right. We'll be cleaning that for an hour here pretty soon.
Emil.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll just go ahead and shoot the sucker.
Okay. You whip your crossbow out.
Oh, I say we. Can I have free action?
Yeah.
Take him alive, boys.
All right. Well, I'll try not to murder him, but I'm going to shoot him. So that's a crit success. 11.
Fucking Christ.
Dude's getting
Can you
fucked
dodge
on.
crit successes? I'm going to say no.
I
We're
don't
just going to
think
go
so.
with
It's
it.
fast anyways, so he has a -10.
Roll that bean footage. What's your damage?
It's 2d6 for crit.
Yeah, it's your CB plus 2d6.
Oh, that's terrible.
What'd you get?
7. A 1 and a 2.
He does not take any damage from that attack. Zachariah.
Hi.
I'll go ahead and try and read. I still got a little bit of action to spend.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, you're fine.
I'm gonna try and.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and reload for free,
Okay.
which I'm not going to.
Okay.
And that'll be the rest of my action for the turn.
Okay. Go ahead, Zachariah.
I still have my stiletto kind of handy because I was using it outside.
Damn, you guys
Some.
all rolled high?
I'm gonna try and stab him in the
Initiatives here.
side.
Can't see that.
All right. Make your attack. So
Um,
you
I rolled a 10.
take your stiletto, move up to him, make a stab with it.
I don't know why I'm looking. It's just a melee attack.
We're gonna go with standard for the difficulty on these.
It's combat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I hit.
Okay.
It is not.
He's gonna try and parry, which he does not. I am obviously using my D&D dice tonight, and not my Zweihander dice.
You should keep that up.
That's a 6.
6 damage?
No. 6
Oh,
on
it
the
exploded?
dice,
Okay.
yes. So that's a 3, and then it's plus. Is it plus combat or plus brawn?
CB.
Plus combat.
Yeah. What's your combat bonus?
So 15 damage total.
Depending on what class you are, I think you can use brawn as well.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad it's not brawn because my brawn's crap.
You deal your 15 damage to this guy.
I think there's some weapon traits.
I think
that
you guys
make
can call out
use
that you
of
don't want to kill him.
And
attack.
if it happens, it happens.
Is there non-lethal damage in
I just
there?
want to know people.
You move him down to moderately wounded.
Does that mean I inflict a wound or no?
It means we're going to roll some
You have
D6s.
Roll.
To my knowledge, you just call it. And
Yeah.
You did not
auto-kill.
inflict a wound.
Yeah.
Speaking is a free action. Anything else on your turn?
Oh.
That is a no.
No, I'm going to save the rest of my points.
All right. Felix, although I spelled it Flix. Felix.
First of all, I'm gonna shout out
Fuck you.
charlatans, you'll meet your end, and litany of hatred, basically.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna make an intimidate test, and that's gonna be. Where is intimidate?
Litany of Hatred, Intimidate, that's going to be under Fellowship. No, it's not. It's under Brawn.
It's, Brawn, okay.
Yeah.
So that's going to be successful. So, it's going to be 4. So yeah, all of my enemies will suffer -1 damage and peril threshold.
There you go. That is a solid thing to do.
And then I'm going to take aim for
All right.
1. And then I'm going to lash out at the Inquisitor with my bullwhip.
Okay.
Yeah, with the boo-wee.
And I'm going to miss anyway.
Okay. Next up is Ryan.
Alright. I'm gonna say... fuck your god and fuck your soup. And I'm doing Litany of Hatred as well.
Whoa.
You're going to do a what?
Litany of Hatred also.
They can only have one Litany of Hatred against them
Oh, really?
at a time, so save your thing.
Okay.
I think. I'm not sure. That's what I'm going to say it is
I wasn't
right
sure if it was one per person or if it was one. Like, I know I can only use it once per combat. But
now.
I
Oh,
wasn't-
okay. You're good. Go ahead and use it then. Yeah.
And then we can, like, stack that.
Yeah.
So, and then that's a intimidate test.
Yep. Janov corrects, gives us the corrects. So.
I feel it.
Okay.
And then I'm doing inspiring words, where it does the opposite, but for our allies.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You got a dice box right next to you.
I know. But I like my little tray that you made me.
That's true. Does everyone have one of those?
It finally doesn't smell bad.
Let's see.
think so.
We have them over here.
I mean, I've got the big one in front of me, and there's the smaller one right here.
No. I meant the little tobacco
Oh,
pins that I made everyone.
I made
Yeah.
my own.
Because Jake,
And-
you've got one.
Yeah, I've got one.
Chris, you've got one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I rolled a 13, so I doubt my fellowship is 51.
So yeah, you succeed. Everyone gets +1 to their damage and their peril.
Is it all levels?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
I will take them.
You do anything with that last?
God, Banksy.
And then I'm gonna take my soup and chuck it at the Inquisitor. Is it
Okay.
like hot?
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
scalding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw it. Simple range.
Throw it. Okay.
Roll that attack.
I believe I'm actually.
You
That's
should just
cool.
throw the
That's
whole
handy.
tray of soup at him instead, though.
Oh, I didn't take a rank in it, but I can if I want to.
Just erase what you needed to him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Crit success.
Nice.
11.
He can't even dodge that. You succeed on that attack.
Hell yeah.
Roll
your
that
soup,
damage.
blah, right in his face.
Combat bonus plus a d6.
Okay.
The hat all just on.
Sections.
10.
You print it out of the printer.
That moves him down
Right
from
over it.
lightly wounded or moderately wounded to seriously wounded.
So that's some
You
fucking
scalded
hot
him with hot
soup.
soup.
He takes an injury.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
We're gonna say that's an ineffective type injury.
Yeah.
Oh God, I can't. Janov, if you're in there, do you remember what page injuries are? I just need to get myself some of the cards.
On certain types, though, I feel like it would make sense that he would get. I mean, with this specific.
With weak weapons, it's moderate or serious injuries only.
Yeah.
It's just in there. My booty hurts.
Well,
I can never fucking remember.
Control F injuries, Chris. Since you got it up there.
Who's got the next turn?
Who does have the next turn? After
I
Brian
has
is
the next
Francis.
turn.
Francis, you start your turn while I look up this injury stuff.
So he's got his 2 pistols. I got my 2
365.
weapons.
Says Janov.
Janov, you are a fucking
He's
champion.
got one pistol that we know probably won't work right now, but another.
Yeah.
He's got another that could still blast.
So I take my cudgel off my loop and spin it around, so I'm holding it like this, and then I take my dagger out like this.
That's an action point to draw your weapons.
Okay.
Remember, let's not kill him.
But then they're small,
Joe, roll me a percentile.
so
You
pretty
okay?
sure they're
Yeah,
just
pick up.
You got
68.
yeah. It's only 1 encounter point to attack with them.
He tries to block you and he sprains his wrist. Until
The
fully
soup bowl hits him
recuperated.
Yeah. The soup bowl bends his hand back.
Yeah, until fully recuperated, you cannot hold anything in primary hand and must
It was
rely
a
on your
stone bowl.
offhand.
Hell yeah.
Swag.
So, Chris, continue on. What are you doing? You pull out your weapons.
We're just going
Yeah,
straight for his
And
shooting hands.
they've got a thing
That's
for
so great.
Because they're small weapons, you can attack with both for 1 point total. Is that what it
I
was?
think it just like adds 1 point to the damage with each of them.
Yeah, so you
And
would
they're-
whatever your damage is plus 1.
Okay. So I'm going to attack with simple melee. Twice.
Yeah, there's no multi-attack in this game.
Like even if I have an action point for it.
Right, no. You can only take 1 attack action per turn.
Because you're
So-
holding 2 weapons, though, you get 1 extra damage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, do you succeed on your attack?
Yes.
Okay, and you're attacking
Don't
with...
murder him, please.
I'm attacking with the dirk.
He's going to try and parry,
Yeah, don't murder him, please.
but he's going to be unsuccessful in that parry.
Yeah.
He's gonna.
I think.
Did I move him? He moved from moderately down to...
Seriously.
Sure.
it's-
Like I said,
that
I'm
wasn't
pretty sure we
grievous.
can call out and
Yeah.
saying that we're doing non.
Yeah, I'm doing.
Okay.
Well, it's
non-lethal,
the non-lethal's already in the air. You've called it out. Don't kill him.
Okay. All right. Well, we're good with that.
Yeah, and if you guys want to do, I could say rather than stabbing him with the point of it, you bash him over the head with the blunted
Hilter or
end.
something.
Yeah, with the hilt.
I mean, like, there's 6 of us, and this dude fucking picked a fight. Like, goddamn.
He thought he was going to be able to start like gunslinging us.
Since I successfully hit him, he has to roll a toughness check or be knocked out of engagement.
That he does pass.
Okay. He's tough, guys.
Yeah.
Well, not too tough, because
All
we're
right,
knocking him
so
around. the
roll
place.
your damage.
Oh, he gets a turn now.
Oh snap! 7 damage.
Okay.
Wait, did that? Was that a 6?
Mhm.
It explodes then, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, it does. Okay, so 11 damage.
Don't forget to
Okay.
add your or combat bonus.
That moves
You
him.
add your combat bonus to the damage?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so 15 damage.
that moves him from seriously
Nope.
wounded
17 damage.
to slain.
Okay.
Except that we're not killing him.
So he's down.
Unconscious.
He's knocked
yeah.
out on the floor. So he doesn't get a turn, but
out.
question gets a turn?
The question.
So like I stab him in the neck. I'm like, oh
is
Jesus.
potentially the.
As anything else
the
on your
mopping
turn,
boy
Francis?
or the other guy.
Anything else on your turn?
Uh,
You spend an action point to put your stuff up.
I wouldn't. We're not
oh
done
no. No. Yeah.
yet. Bank it.
Don't taunt too much.
Bank that point for when you need to
As
dodge.
Otto, standing there next to him, yells out and flexes for an action point as his body starts to swell and break out of his clothing and almost kind of ooze as he turns into this
I
giant
figured that these were the monsters.
amorphous blob. As the kid mopping on the other side of the room yells and flexes, and you see muscles rippling under his clothes as his eyes pop out and rise up on the little eye stalks.
Ah, fuck. One of them's the. God damn it.
And
No,
there's a
but-
hatch next to the fireplace on the floor that flies open. And through the hatch, you see crawl a giant, I say a giant man, a man that's just a head and torso. And instead of limbs, legs or arms. He has these giant spider legs with tentacles on the end of each one.
Fuck
Can we
that.
kill him first?
As it crawls through the thing. Everyone, make me a toughness check, because this is some fucked up shit you're seeing.
I don't like it.
We're going to call this a challenging toughness check.
Do I know how fast the shit would knock me out if I drank it?
In a matter of moments.
Alright. I'm keeping that in the back of my head if I think I'm going
Who
out.
passes?
I don't. Oh yeah, no, I don't.
I critical pass.
Nice. Who fails?
If you can.
7 mental peril.
Wait a minute.
Tells
It doesn't do nothing. Thanks,
overcome
Jake.
with fear.
Or no, you.
Don't
Yeah.
forget you got plus
Joe.
1. To
Yeah, you
your,
guys still have your +1.
Yeah, you
Thanks
still have
what
plus
your
1 to
name
your
is.
track. How'd you do, Jake?
What? Oh no, I still lost.
Okay. What did I say? 7 peril?
Yeah.
What's you get a +1 to your peril track.
Oh,
To every
well,
level.
I'm fucking fine.
Okay.
Fine. And so is Robert Pattinson, by the way.
Oh,
Hell
good.
yeah.
Good
I wasn't
job,
even
Robert
thinking of Robert Pattinson. So, as these things,
puppy.
one of them uses an action point
He
to
needs
raise
some
out of
after
the ground, out of the hatch on the floor. The other 2 use an action point to transform. They each then use their remaining action point to move up to you guys, and then attack.
You want to take a break on that cliffhanger?
And that's a great idea.
Oh, it's a little
So-
early, but okay.
That's fine. The other
It's
one ran
good.
a little long.
Okay.
It doesn't hurt. All right, so we're going to find out as these monsters attack the party
How long?
on
we
the
live.
next episode. So if you're watching this shit on Twitch, give us a few minutes. We'll be right back. If you're watching this shit on YouTube, give us a couple days. We'll have another episode out to you. And if you're listening to this with your ear holes, I'm pointing at you even though you can't see me listen. You never mind.
Their sight sound is not registering you.
That hurt
That
me.
makes my eye hurt.
What did he say?
Oh my god.
Can't
Oh,
see me listen?
I'm gonna leave my own house now.
Oh, that hurt me.
Bye.
I said it.
That sounds like some shit an amateur wrestler would say in his promo. You can't
Ah.
see me listen.
Anyway, happy Friday the 13th. Start fires, do drugs, tip your fucking bartenders. Deuces.